You are looking at improving your career in a knowledge-driven economy. You need to filter what you take in, but you also need to make sure that you open your funnel as much as you can, so there is enough to filter. When I first came across this concept of speed reading, I actually questioned what is it all about and why is it? Only till I realized that my normal reading speed was something like 146 words per minute, and to my surprise, it was just about 46% apprehension. Now I know why I couldn't get into university. Having said that, then I realized there is so much of knowledge outside, and then if you don't have a skill to grab it as quickly as you can and digest as much as you can, you as a professional will struggle to progress in your careers. Now, I tell this having gone through the program where I have invested about 3 or 4 half a days or 4 hours a day, and immediately I found myself moving from 150 words to 1850 words per minute, which I was myself shocked. And what was more shocking was that my understanding at a higher speed was greater than it was at a lower speed. I still practice it, but not at 1800 words, but I'm sure I read at around 700 to 800 words a minute. I tell about this to our students when I address them, and I give them a very simple example. And I ask them, if you have 2 minutes to eat, what would you do? And the natural response is to say, we will swallow it in 2 minutes. And if you have a piece of paper to read in half a minute, what would you do? You will keep it aside and never read at all. So what are we doing? We consciously behave in such a way to feed the stomach, regardless of time constraints, but we shy away from feeding our minds because we don't have a technique of reading fast. You know how to eat fast. We don't know how to read fast. If you don't learn to read fast, you're going to miss out on some critical information that is available for you. And if you don't take that in, you're going to be lagging behind in a career. So take it as a life skill. But there is so much of knowledge out there, and how quickly you get into that information, how quickly do you run through that information will determine where you will end up. To me, I don't get intimidated by reports anymore. In my job, I had to do a lot of research reading, but it used to be a headache. I used to stay back in the night, stay away from bed, deprive me of sleep, and then try to read. But today, when I see reports of 80, 90 pages, I just smile it off, and then I know what to look for, where to look for. The discipline of recognizing what is important and retaining comes through this skill. And it's a learned skill. It just needs commitment. And you will enjoy it when you're done. It's good.